Hello guys, this is Joyce from Enjoy Scrapping 2, and today I'll be making a card using Gerda Steiner Designs Heavy Friends stamp set. I've used this stamp set quite often. It's very versatile, and I've used the elephant many times as well as the whale, but I don't think I've used the rhinoceros, so today I'll be using the rhinoceros as my focal image. And also I'll be using this little bird right here, chick, from this stamp set. I have some things pre-prepped here. I have this frame that I cut out. I cut out 5 frames and I stuck them together. And then that top frame I'm going to add on a little bit later. So I'll be creating like a frame for my rhinoceros. I have an A2 size card base here. I'll also have this kind of like a wood grain pattern paper that I also cut using a stitched rectangle die. And I have this speech bubble that I cut using the L'Enfant speech bubble die. I have this Obsessions Impressions cloud background stamp. I use this quite often. This is a very good set to have if you like to create sceneries, because these clouds are really beautiful. So I'm using some tumble glass and I'm just stamping it onto my back panel, which is going to be my scenery for my rhinoceros. Now I'm kind of marking the edge of the frame because I want to create ground for the rhinoceros to stand on. Just tearing up some post-its, and I'm just going to stick it right there. And then I'm using some vintage photo, and I'm going to sponge on my ground. And I'm kind of doing the twist and turn motion as well because I want to create some texture to the ground. And there it is. And then I'm going to stamp the rhinoceros using Memento Tuxedo black ink because I'll be doing some Copic coloring. And I'm stamping the rhinoceros right on this background because I'll be using some dark warm grays to color him, so it'll cover up the tumble glass. So I brought it a little bit closer to me because I needed to see right above, and I didn't want my head to be in the way. So I stamped them out, and since I have the ink pad out, I'll be stamping the sentiment right on the speech bubble. And I'll be using the sentiment that says hello there, which is also included in this set, along with exclamation point, which is separate from the sentiment, so you can put it on any of the other sentiments as well. So her stamp sets work well together with different sets. They all work. You can mix and match. So I'm stamping out some birds here for the rhinoceros so he won't look so lonely. So I stamped out 2 birds or chicks. Now I'm sponging on some tumble glass, just so that it won't be like stark white. And for these die cut pieces, I normally like to just cut it out in white cardstock because you can always color it to match your project. just like I did for this frame. So now I'm going to color the rhinoceros, and I'm going to be using W9, W7, and a W5. I always like to start with my darkest, and I kind of lay out where I want my darkest to be, and then go with my medium, and then finish it off with my light. But I do go back and forth to achieve the look that I want. So I will be finishing off coloring the rhinoceros off camera. So this is a W5. I'm coloring the entire image. And then I'm gonna go back with my warm gray 9, W9, to darken up more. Initially, I only put a little bit of my darkest color, and then as I go back and forth, and then I start to add a little more to the areas that I think I wanted. These critters are very easy to color if you're starting out with any alcohol markers. So this is a super cute stamp set. I use this stamp set quite often because I make a lot of kids cards. So after this, I'll be back with the finished coloring piece. And I gave the birds, I colored them yellow, and then I gave them blue tummies. And now I'm going to attach my speech bubble. For the front of the frame, I used E59 to color it so that it'll match the vintage photo. And I'm gluing on everything, putting it together now using my Tombow Mono Multi-Glue. Tombow is my favorite glue. I use it all the time. And I've mentioned previously before that that is my favorite glue. So I'm attaching my pieces here, again using my Tombow. And then I'm going to put some foam adhesive on this piece, and I'm going to pop it up. So this card didn't really take that long to make, so you can definitely mass produce it. So I'm putting it right there in the center. It's kind of like a frame, scenery frame. I like the way it turned out, and I thought it needed something, so I'm putting some hearts with R29, just two, and I think that looks better. And then I'm going to use my Signal white gel pen for some more added details. I love this pen. And then also I'll be using this black jelly roll. to darken up the eyes and the eyebrows. So this finishes off my card for today. I hope you enjoyed, and please give a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye.